One typical night of struggling to finish various tasks, I decided to take a break and browse the internet when an article posted by Inquirer caught my attention. It was yet again our very own Mrs. Hanep Buhay, Senator Cynthia Villar, saying, "Baliw na baliw kayo sa research, aanhin niyo ba yung research?" when she found out that most of the budget of the Department of Agriculture goes to corn researches. Imagine the horror, frustration, and sadness that I felt upon reading that. For one, it invalidates the essence of agricultural researches in the first place, while reflecting how shallow some of us perceive the importance of research in general is. This urges us then to ask the real question of why we should prioritize agricultural researches and how could it help revive the dying agricultural sector of our country. The Philippines has long been branded as an agricultural country with about 41.72% of its land mass being arable land as recorded by the World Bank in 2016. However, due to the shift of focus to industrialization, we failed to cultivate this sector, resulting to us losing behind despite being ahead once here in Asia. The irony of being an agricultural country could be further observed on how for the past 3 years, our rice imports had quadrupled, and how we became the biggest rice importer last year, beating China, the most populated country to it after President Duterte lifted the limit on rice imports. Also, according to an article by Marisa Ramos in 2018, the contribution of this sector decreased to 8.5% despite absorbing a quarter of the working class population, which is due to the difficulties being faced in production processes. Moreover, our country's agricultural productivity is being compromised by the fact that here in the 21st century, we are faced with the challenge of enhancing crop resilience due to climate change getting worse over time. Keeping this in mind, and how we lose about 26 billion pesos each year due to the impacts of climate change and how we are devastated by almost 20 typhoons annually, then strengthens the need for scientists to conduct agricultural researches here in the Philippines. Researches in this sector further cements its importance if we consider how it allows the development of livestock and farming strategies that are efficient in increasing yields while keeping the cost of production affordable, which then help maintain the price of goods in a stable and expensive range that is actually a need for our country considering that about 16.6% of our people lives below the poverty line as reported by the Philippine Statistics Office in 2018. Another thing is how agricultural researches help address pest infestation problems, a common issue here in our country, by developing plant variants that are pest resistant through continuous research efforts. Personally, being born in the rice granary of the Philippines, the province of Nueva Ecija, and working with the International Rice Research Institute way back junior high school allows me to sympathize more with those working in the agricultural field. Also, I watch as farmlands get turned into subdivisions, real estates, or other infrastructures as I go home to our hometown from Manila every now and then. Additionally, due to the rice tarification law, farmers in our province, well, actually not just in our province, has been having a hard time to market their crops with the price of palay even dropping to 7 pesos per kilo. With all these are problems with food security, life of farmers, and the battle with climate change, again, if we were asked, aanhin nyo ba yung research na yan? Proudly let us answer that, well, it could provide us just anything, actual solutions perhaps, and not something that would pull further our people down the slums. Also, every time you eat, try to imagine how long of a research it took for it to evolve the way it is right now.